Hey guys, this is LeQuila.
Hey, LeQuila.
Woo. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hey, guys, once again, it is Pat Ryan. We're going to be getting started in about 60 seconds, maybe a little bit more. I'm going to be going on mute for a second to dial Faith in. If you guys are just getting on the call, let us know who you are and where you're calling from.
Hey.
Dave, for 1 second while I dial Faith in.
Sorry.
That's okay. Hey, if you're just getting on the call, let us know who you are and where you're calling from. That was for you, Faith. Can everyone hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Good.
Clear.
Right. Good. 30 more seconds. We're going to get started here. Just going to try to get situated with a crying baby in the background, and I want to make sure that we give you the best sound we can give you for an amazing call. All right, be mindful of everybody's time. I am going to get going right now. This is Pat Ryan, and welcome to the Tuesday Night Hope Call. We have got a really cool call for you tonight. I'm so excited to introduce you to the guests. If you're just being introduced to the challenge, you've been on the challenge, you may not know who I am, so let me tell you a little bit about my story. I started the challenge in August of 2011, 430 pounds, a blood pressure of 170/90. My doctor told me I was a walking heart attack, and if I wanted to be alive to see my 3 kids get older, I needed to do something about it. Well, 4 years later, 13 challenges, 150 pounds lost, 20 pounds of muscle built, a Body by Vi champion, a proud 100-pound club member, a national director, and super proud member of TeamViHOPE. I am here on this call tonight to bring you some amazing information from some incredible people. I am not going to talk long at the very beginning because I'm super excited to introduce our first guest. We were just at NST. I don't even remember where NST was right now in Fort Lauderdale. I'm so excited. And this lady was up on stage, and she got to tell her story, and there was not a dry eye in the house. So if you're on the line, make sure you got a box of Kleenex next to you because this absolutely amazing story is coming. LeQuila, are you on the line?
Yes, I'm here.
LeQuila, one of our newest 200-pound club members, congratulations. Please take over.
Well, my name is LeQuila. I'm from Stark, Florida. I've been on VIVE since June 2013. I was introduced to the challenge through Nick by emailing him one night with a desperate message. Didn't know he was one of the co-founders of the company. He reached out to me that following morning and hooked me up with Susan Pachetti, a 5-star ambassador. I accepted the challenge. The next day that she and I had spoke, at that point in my life, I had been in the hospital, and I was in the hospital for 6 weeks. I almost died. I lost my life. I was in ICU for about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I was in ICU. The first week I didn't even know that I was in the hospital. And I couldn't, when I got out of the hospital, I had to go to rehab for like 3 weeks to learn how to walk all over again. So it was at that point I couldn't really walk, and I had to learn how to walk. I wasn't able to wear tennis shoes. My dad had to get me like 2 sizes bigger than what I normally wore because of the swelling in my feet and in my legs. And I still had to fight through it and try to walk with 2 big tennis shoes on. I had to learn how to do everything all over again, and it was at that point that I realized that I was trying everything that I would try to do as far as the surgeries and stuff like that. Nothing would, I was able to do any of that. So I prayed and I found out about ViTalis. I started it. I've been on it. I've had good days and bad. I wanted to give up, but it was good people like you guys that have kept me motivated, and with my strength and my faith in God that has kept me going. As I said at NSP, I wasn't really able to wear tennis shoes anymore. I am now in my third pair of tennis shoes that I can now wear. I'm down 200. Well, as of NSP, I'm down 258 pounds. I go back to the doctor next month, so I will be giving another weigh-in. Then I'm down 14 clothes sizes. I can walk. I've been walking now 2.5 miles a day for the past week and a half, which is really good because I wasn't able to hardly do any kind of walking. It's just been a very good experience. I'm glad that I accepted Vi. I've tried everything from starving myself to throwing up, eating and throwing up, just so that I could try to lose weight. But I ended up meeting, and I've been on Vi, and I haven't looked back. I'm still on the challenge. I'm still doing good. I tell anybody that, hey, y'all know about this challenge. Y'all need to try to get on it. Don't have surgery. Try this challenge first, and it works. I tell them all the time, I'm blessed. I think every day because, my legs are getting stronger, and Vi is just amazing. I feel good. It's changed my life. I can do more things. I'm able to go inside the store and go actually buy clothes now. I wasn't able to at one point in my life. I wasn't able to go inside of the grocery store. I would always send someone for, I know at least 6 months or so. I wasn't going inside of the stores. It was just the simple things. It was hard for me to drive. I had to have my shoes put on my feet. It was just really, really hard, and now I can do those things. I'm able to go and support my son, with his basketball and football games, as well as my goddaughter. So I'm able to do things and swim, and, Vi has really changed my life, and I ask you all to just keep me in your prayers and just to keep me, encourage me, because it does help me every now and then when people message me and say, Keila, keep up the good work, Keila, you're doing good, don't give up. That encourages me to keep on, because the devil is really, really busy at trying to tell me that I will fail and I'm going to get sick again and this time I'm going to die. So I rebuke that and I just keep pushing, and the more I hear negative, the harder I grind. It's all about the Vi life, baby.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that, LeQuila. That is absolutely amazing. We got to hear a little bit of your story at NST, and to hear it all is absolutely incredible. Not only did Vi change your life, but wholly save a life. Congratulations with all your amazing success. We are absolutely excited for your next weigh-in, and I just can't wait to keep watching your journey and following it, seeing you at Vitality up on stage again. And what's your goal for Vitality? Have you got one?
I want to, by Vitality, I set another goal. I would like to be down another, after my weigh-in, when I'm weighing in next month, I go on I think it's the week of my 2-year anniversary that I go to the doctor. But after that weigh-in, by Vitality, I want to lose another 50 pounds by Vitality. I'm trying to hit the 300-pound mark now, but if I don't, I'm going to continue on until I hit it. But my goal is, after I do my weigh-in next month at the doctor, I want to set another 50-pound goal by Vitality.
That is amazing. I have no doubt.
I am
no
trying
doubt in my life.
Really, really hard, and it feels good because I'm off almost all of my meds now. and my doctor has reduced my blood pressure pills from 4 pills to 1 pill, so I'm doing quite good now.
That's amazing, and I know that we'll be welcoming you on stage as the newest 300-pound club member of Vitality with what you're doing, the way you're sticking to your challenge, the way you're involved in the community, your faith, your belief is going to get you there. LeQuila, thank you so much for sharing your story. I truly appreciate it. We all do.
Thank everyone for hearing. And, it was one point in my life I thought I wasn't going to live to see 30, and here now I am, July 26th. I'm going to be living to be 33, so I am just taking it one day at a time, and I'm just grateful to have you guys in my life.
Thank you. You're going to be around for a long time, changing many, many lives with that story, my dear. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Wow. How do we go from that? Not only was that life-changing story with LeQuila, but a life-saving story. To watch that lady walk up on stage, to see her get up on the stage, to take her time to get up there, to hear the crowd build and get so excited and so behind her, is something that you cannot experience unless you are there. So I'm already telling you better be at Vitality to see her up on stage in the 300-pound club. It's going to be absolutely incredible. The next part of the call is a first for us here on the TeamViHOPE Call. We've had many stories from many people. Last week we had Vi expert Jenny Lynn Travis on. We're trying to expand to give you guys as much knowledge as you can and as many tips on the challenge. So what we decided to do was take your frequently asked questions and put it to a panel of our 100-pound club members. So on the line I've got Ron Hankey, Tom Jones, Faith Sims, and Theresa Thomas, and we are so excited that you guys are going to share your stories and your inspiration for the most common questions asked for the 100-pound club. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right. I have no idea how we're going to do this besides the order. We're going to ask you guys questions. We're going to play off each other. We're going to have some fun. Ron Hankey, I need you first, my friend.
Dun, dun, dun.
Are you up there?
I am.
Ron Hankey, 200-pound club member and just all-around damn good guy. A good friend of mine, and excited to have you here, Ron. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Thank you for that introduction.
Oh, absolutely. My pleasure. Regional champ, all 4 regional champs on this call right now as well, not only 100-pound club members and TeamViHOPE members. So a question for you. You've lost the most out of this panel. Now, out of the whole call, there's almost 1,000 pounds lost with me added in there. But you've lost 221 pounds, I think you're at now?
Yes, I am.
Look at that. I know my stories. So skin sagging. This is a question that we all get, and I'm sure you get it a lot because of your weight loss. How do we keep from getting our skin saggy? Will we need surgery after we lose all this weight, or are there ways that we can try to prevent this?
There actually are several ways to prevent this. I tell a lot of people you will not need surgery. Sometimes you will. I haven't been able to see it. I'm a guy, so sometimes guy and female bodies are different, and everybody's different. But for me, what I can share is that I use my journey in 4 different components. And I got this from a personal trainer friend of mine. I wasn't using a plan of his. He just gave me a couple of things to think about throughout my whole journey, and it stuck with me with everybody that I meet, even from day one, people starting the challenge. So those 4 components are sleep, water, proper diet, and exercise. So usually like a plateau, or you kind of are getting frustrated. Usually if you think about those 4 components, one of them is off, or more than one is off. So with sleep, obviously we all know that we need 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep. I usually need 8 or 9, but we don't get it all the time. So if you notice, sleep actually does help weight loss. Something with one of our products, if you use warm water and Vitrim, you can actually speed up your metabolism while you sleep. So I just gave a little tip. So with sleep, you just need to get some rest. Water intake, real quick, I'm going to briefly go through these, so hopefully everybody's taking notes. So again, sleep, 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Water, take your body weight, divide it in half, and that's how much ounces of water you should be drinking daily. For instance, if you're 200 pounds, 100 ounces of water you should be drinking daily. Proper diet. We need to eat lean meat, greens. I do put carbs in mine, but it's good carbs such as sweet potatoes, quinoa, a couple other things. And exercise. With the skin sagging issue, I feel that if you do cardio as well as strength training from the day one, you won't have this saggy skin issue. So with that being said, those are the 4 components. Again, sleep, water, proper diet, and exercise. And hopefully that helps everybody and all that jazz. So back to you, Pat.
Awesome, Ron. You know what? The cardio thing, that's what I miss. I lift weights like cardio, so I'm not doing enough cardio. I've got a little bit of the skin going on, and I know that the question out there, the reason people ask that is because it's such a damage to your mind when you have that skin. You see yourself in the mirror, you've lost all this weight, and yet you look and you see the skin there. But you know what? I tell everybody, it's much better to have a little bit of saggy skin than be incredibly obese and be closer to dying. So saggy skin can be treated the best you can. Tom, do you got anything to say on that one?
Nope, nothing to add to that.
Nothing to add to that, because you're a beast. You're a beast in the gym and working out. Tom Jones, you're Northeast Regional, correct?
That's correct, yes.
God, yes, I got that one right, too. Northeast Regional champ. Tom Jones took well over a year to lose his 100 pounds. His story is absolutely amazing, incredible. If you don't know it, you should learn it. And this is one of the smartest guys in VI that you're going to find. So I'm excited to have you on the panel, Tom. Question for you was one of the questions that came out. I've lost 60 pounds in the challenge, but I've recently gone off track and regained about 20 pounds. I'm having trouble getting back into the groove. What are your suggestions for somebody that has that question, Tom?
Well, I have a whole bunch of different suggestions, and a lot of them would be specific to the individual. I've had a conversation like this with a number of people in the last handful of months, a couple just recently at NST. So I guess let me try to give some ideas that would be pretty broadly applicable. My first piece of advice would be most people, or at least many people who've gone off track, feel some level of unusual emotions around it, whether that emotion is embarrassment or anger or frustration. They're all uncomfortable emotions, and my first piece of advice with that in mind would be forgive yourself. There's plenty of time as we go through this challenge to be tough on yourself, to give yourself tough love, and to have a no excuses mentality. But if you've gone significantly off track, now's not the time to beat yourself up. I found that there were times that I beat myself up, because I've been on track, I've been off track. It took me 5 years to lose 100 pounds. I probably lost 200 in the process of doing it, found 100, but kept 100 off. And so my first piece of advice, forgive yourself 100%. Don't feel like you've let anybody down. Just take the time to just cleanse yourself of that and say, okay, now that I'm past this emotionally, what can I do? And so my next piece of advice would be to look back at try your best to identify what went wrong. For some people, it was a logistical thing with their schedules. For some people, it might be something that went on in their life that caused stress. It could have been a relationship issue. For others, they just like, they like certain kinds of foods, and they had avoided them for that first 40, 50, 60 pounds lost, and then they rediscovered them and just slowly but surely went off track. This time of year, some people might be concerned about that. As we get into Memorial Day barbecues and 4th of July barbecues and, this, that, and the other thing. So the temptations are out there, and it's very common for people to get off track. So now you've identified hopefully what the reason was, or a reason, something you can improve upon in these next steps forward. Every time I regained weight, I identified something that I could improve upon. And so the next step from there would be to do something. Anything is better than nothing. And some people will benefit from jumping on the Vi Detox, which you can see more about on our Facebook page, the TeamViHOPE Facebook page. Other people will benefit from taking a few days and really ramping up their vegetable intake. Some people will benefit from having an all-shake day. There were times when I would ease myself back into my challenge and say, all right, I'm eating all this bad food all of a sudden. Now let me just cut this one type of food out. I'm just going to cut out late-night fast food, or I'm just going to cut out sugary foods and ease back into it. Other times I would say, you know what, enough is enough. Starting now, not starting tomorrow, starting right now, I am going to stick to what I know works. Vi products, healthy meals, healthy snacks, and I move forward from that. I would also point out a lot of people underestimate the degree to which willpower can fade as they go through the course of the day. And so it can be really helpful if you've gone off track a bit to plan in advance. It doesn't necessarily require an elaborate meal plan, but some sort of plan for what you're going to eat and how you're going to get around obstacles that may pop up in your day that may cause you to eat the wrong foods or the wrong amounts of foods. And I had one other thought, Pat, but quite honestly, I had a dozen other thoughts. So I'm just going to turn the call back over to you, see if you have anything to add.
Biggest suggestion to get back on track. I know what mine is, but what's your biggest suggestion to get back on track? Somebody falls off. What should they do? The biggest thing.
Tell someone else who you trust and get back on track as soon as possible.
Not only are you intelligent, but you're a mind reader, because that's exactly what I was going to say. Exactly.
I had one. Pat, can I give one other tip? I remembered the other thing I was going to say.
Go ahead, Tom.
Okay. You may look at yourself and the way you've been eating, the way you've been moving, et cetera, and identify 5 or 10 things that you want to change. I found that I am much more effective when I identify 1 to 3 things that I want to change in my day-to-day life and focus like an absolute laser on changing those things. My first time around, it was drinking more water. Then it was ramping up, just having vegetables more consistently. Then it was doing more consistent strength training. But find those 1 to 3 things, not 4, 5, 10 things, 1 or 2, maybe 3 things, and be as strict as you possibly can on developing a habit around those things. Back over to you.
So learn how to walk before you run is pretty much it. That's, I think, what you get from that. That's what I take. Thank you, Tom. Absolutely incredible. Always a pleasure talking with you. I got 2 other lists. Some questions. The first of the 2 ladies is one of the partners from Canada. One of the first people I met on the challenge. One of the strongest women, the strongest woman in Vi. Probably one of the strongest women in the world, because on June 20th, she is going to set a world record towing the Lancaster bomber weighing over 31,000 pounds empty, 100 feet in front of a crowd of thousands at the Canadian Airplane Heritage Museum during this humongous event. Regional champion from Eastern Canada and just absolutely gem of a lady. Faith, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I just heard you come off mute with that little beep. It was perfect.
Thank you.
With the amount of work that you put in, you own a training studio, so you're training people all day long. You're going for your training at Cornell Performance Academy, and you are getting your butt handed to you, like I see every day that you post. You really, really have to focus on nutrition. I know you do. So meals and snacks. How do you organize your day and get in enough calories so you don't feel starved? How would the average person do that? Because you're far from average.
Thanks. I'm going to simplify it, actually, because when I first started the challenge and I had, 350 pounds, was very inactive, I want to be able to break it down to where people might be starting at rather than where I'm at now, because that might overwhelm people or confuse them. What I love about the challenge most, number one, is its simplicity. Number two is you can get a ton of nutrition just from using our products and our shakes and stuff. And I don't suggest that you solely use our products. That's not what I'm saying. But for me, from the very beginning, it was every 2 to 3 hours you want to be eating something. Your metabolism is like a steam engine. If you know steam engine, they have to shovel the coal in the engine every so often to keep it burning at its maximum. Your metabolism is exactly the same. If you go long periods of time without eating, that steam is going to run out and the engine's going to slow down and eventually stop. So it's really important that you eat often. Every couple of hours I had to set an alarm for myself because the shakes were filling, and I was shocked at how full I was. I had to set a timer so that I would eat again. I ingest protein every couple of hours, and just about every product we have, thankfully, has protein. So for me, I'll do cereal for breakfast. I will have probably a Vi cookie mid-morning, 2 to 3 hours later, right before my workout usually. Then for my lunch and as a post-workout, it's kind of combined based on the time of day that I work out. I will have a shake. I'll put some fruit in it to get some good fibrous carbs. I'll add protein to it. I like to use an all-natural cashew butter because that gives you a little bit of extra protein as well as good fats and some extra good carbs. And so that would be my lunch / post-workout. Then thank God for Vi Bites because I love nuts, and I often eat too many of them. So I love that our products are pre-portioned. It takes all of the thinking. If I'm in a real hurry, I've had a really bad morning with my kids, I tell you, I grab a single serving pack of the cereal, I grab a Vi cookie, I grab a Vi Bites, usually the nut ones, but the vegetable ones are really, really good too. I love those ones. Fruit, I'm getting my mind around because they're a little bit too sweet for me, but that's besides the point. And then I make sure I have a good, healthy dinner. And if I'm really hungry later in the day, I will throw an extra shake in there, usually 2 scoops just with water. In the evening, it's a low-carb, high-protein snack, and therefore will help me feel full, and you won't sacrifice muscle mass through the night because, you're hungry or whatever. So I find it gives me a better sleep, helps keep me full, and I just love the convenience of it. Like, sometimes now I get into a lot more meal prep based on what I'm doing for my challenge, but for the average person, the Vi snacks and the Vi products that we have are designed so that you can have almost every meal of your day and then have a healthy dinner. So for me, healthy dinner would include a good portion of protein, 5 to 6 ounces. Then I have half a plate full of vegetables, whether that be a salad or a stir fry or whatever. And then you can choose a carb if you want. I like sweet potatoes. I don't personally eat pasta, and I don't eat a lot of rice. It's just the way my body is. But like I said, thankfully the designers and Dr. Seidman and the people who created our products took all the thinking out of it. They're the smart people that know everything about the nutrition and the components and the micros. I just have to use the products that they're designed. So I hope that simplified it a bit for everybody. What do you think, Pat?
That's exactly what I was going to take out of what you just said. The simplicity of the system that Vi has laid out for everybody is the easiest way to stick to your challenge by using as many of our products as you can. Really, they all taste good, they work great, and the pre-portion size is the other thing that you said, Faith, big time, because you and I both know that when you go to a store and you buy a snack, there's about 8 portions in that bag, but by the time we're done, it's empty. So I know if Fiesta Nut came in a large bag, I would have them all over my shirt done eating them because I love the taste of them. I'm glad they're pre-portioned.
Yes, I also love the ViTerm and the ViSlim. I especially love the Hunger Tamer because there's times where if, sometimes you're out and you can't control that, it's been 3 hours, I need to eat. You can't control that. That's another thing is I often have those little pre-packages in my bag. Keep them handy. You don't want to rely on the fact that, okay, I'm going to make it back home or make it back to my desk or make it back to where my food is. Keep something with you at all times that's a protein base so that you can eat it, and it'll tide you over until maybe you can get back to your actual snack or your actual food portion. But I love the Hunger Tamer. I mix it with my Neuro. When I go to events, I get as much Neuro as I can because us poor Canadians can't get Neuro up here. So, but I use that as well, and I just find it makes such a huge difference.
Awesome, Faith. Amazing tips. And, guys, I hope you were taking notes on everybody so far, but on Faith's for nutrition, because this lady has lost over 160 pounds of fat. You've built, I don't even know how much muscle anymore, and I've seen you do things that I don't even know how you do. Humans, it defies logic. Tom's uncle, it defied logic to him.
I'll tell you, my trainer told me yesterday that in his personal fitness business, I have the most gains, and I'm convinced it's our products. There's nothing else that I'm doing differently than anyone else except that the products I use. So that was a good plug for the challenge.
Yes, that's not a this stuff works kind of plug. I don't know what is. Faith, thank you so much. I appreciate you. We all do.
Thank you.
Theresa Thomas, I know you're going to be on the line. I know Teresa's been kind of listening in, and she's on a conference call because we're not only busy taking care and doing the Team Hope calls, we have our teams, we have our challengers. We're trying to make sure everybody has the best success they can. That's why we decided to do this call tonight, and we've got one last guest on the panel. Theresa, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. And now you're south, it's east or east or west, obviously. I can't. Oh, no.
I'm southwest. You were going for 100%, weren't you?
I was trying, man, but hey, you know, if you hit 100%, then you're rocking. 75 is pretty good, man. I'd be in the Hall of Fame of baseball. 75%. So Faith touched on the meals and the snacks, and she also started to touch on all the other products we have here with Vi. So our question for you, and the question that we get a lot as well, is how do you utilize all of the Vi products and not feel overwhelmed? Because you've already got your shakes and you got your snacks. So people are starting and they're thinking shake, snack, dinner. I got to get my water. I got to do this. How do you do it with the Vi Pack and Neuro and everything that Faith just said? How do you put it together to make a complete plan?
Exactly. I get this question so much, and I love it because it's so true. Like, you don't want to get bored. You got to keep it creative. You got to keep it fun, right? So I try to be as creative as I can as often as possible. So I like to mix my shake mix with oatmeal in the morning sometimes if I get bored. Faith actually talked about it a little bit, but the Vi Crunch is a great option. And I love to make Vi pancakes as well. Those are actually my favorite. Every Saturday, that's my little treat, and they're delicious. And we have a whole website dedicated to recipes that you can make with the shake mix. I use the Vi Pack. I love it. AM, PM, perfect. You get your vitamins in. Another cool thing is the Neuro. I love the Neuro. I used to hate the lemon flavor, and now I've been so creative with it because of all the specials that Vi ran and gave us it practically for, like, dirt cheap. I have been looking up so many recipes, and you know those add-ins, right? Like the peach flavor, the chocolate, the strawberry, all that, right? I've been making strawberry lemonade. So I take a strawberry add-in, because I don't use them in my shakes. I use strawberry add-in, and I make myself a strawberry lemonade. So recently, I've been on a strawberry lemonade kick. But after that, I switched over to lemonade with peach add-in, because I have a ton extra of that. So if any of you on the phone are, like, old-time customers and you have that hanging out in your drawer, I highly suggest it. It's awesome. So I use Vi Slim, Vi Trim, Vi Pack, Neuro. I use it all. My favorite kit is obviously the Transformation Kit. So I believe, I know Ron touched on this a little bit, but I believe in consuming at least half of your body weight in ounces of water a day, if not more. And honestly, sometimes that's really hard to do. So that's an easy way to get the water down. Mix in your Neuro. You got to mix in your Trim with it, because that's an easy way to keep yourself not snacking. You just get that Neuro and Trim mixed in, make a strawberry lemonade Trim mix, and it's awesome. That's my favorite way to get water down during the day. Y'all touched on some snacks. We love the Vi Bites. We love the Vi Cookies, but I get asked a lot about what else I snack on, like easy pick up from the store snacks. My favorite is hummus with veggies. That got me through my first 50 pounds. That was the best snack, but portion it out. Do not eat out of that hummus container or you will eat the entire hummus. I've been there before. We all have those fallbacks. Anything unsalted, I love almonds, cashews, pretzels. I know some stores, I don't know if you can get it in Canada, but at some places you can't find it. But down south, I'm in Texas, it's hard to find anything unsalted. Everything's sweet down here. So, and fruit. Your fruit of choice is an excellent opt-in. Keep an orange or keep a peach or keep a banana. Keep something with you that is easy to snack on. If you don't have the Vi Bites or the Vi cookies, that's something you can always rely on, is just a quick veggie or a fruit if you like eating that stuff without any of the extra add-ons. So that's my best answer for that. Did I miss anything?
No, I think you covered pretty much. Well, you missed one thing, our newest addition to the Vi family, Neon.
Oh, yes.
Tell me about your experience with Neon, please. I need to know.
Yes, I love it. It probably is the best pick-me-up ever, and I'm not really a huge fan of pre-workouts, but this has given my workouts, it's taken it to a whole new level. It's given me the energy. I don't crash. I'm a big coffee drinker. I always have been. I'm big on making coffee shakes as well. So it has been great to just, instead of going and getting that 300-calorie coffee from a famous drive-through that starts with an S, I crack open that Neon. I mean, actually, I need to reorder. You just reminded me. Thank you. But it's great because it's not that high in calories. The sugar that you're consuming from that is the same as if you're consuming an entire one whole mango or one whole orange. So it's not bad. Don't be scared by the numbers on the back. So I love it. It tastes great. I've been getting great feedback on it. And it freaking glows in black light. Are you kidding me? How cool is that?
I actually just booked 2 retro karaoke spin class parties going to be powered by Neon.
Powered by Pat.
Under
that is right up your alley.
Powered by Pat and under a black light. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Theresa, absolutely amazing tips, great knowledge on the product. And I have one question for all 4 of you, so make sure you're all off mute because I know your answer, but I want to hear it. Are any of you trained medical professionals?
No.
So you're all just a bunch of average people who found a system and decided to try it out and lose some weight, correct?
Very much.
Awesome. Then I am going to take it from here, guys. Thank you so much. Amazing panel of 4 absolutely amazing people and really good close personal friends of mine. Listening to everybody, trying to figure out what I was going to say at the end of this call. I honestly still don't know, but it's just going to come out as I talk because that's the way I do it. I want to touch on questions. We have so many questions that we are asked daily, and you on the line listening have so many questions that you want to ask. Tom said it the best: when you fall off track, talk to somebody, find one of us. Everybody that you just heard on the call, all over 1,000 members of TeamViHOPE and the tens of thousands of people in the Vi family will help you answer your questions, or they will guide you in the right direction. We are all here to help each other succeed. That's what this is about. The challenge wouldn't be as big as it is if we didn't have the successes we did. And we wouldn't have the successes we do if we didn't have the amazing products and the amazing support system that Vi has helped create. So you need to get as many of our products as you can. The best way to do that is to get your product for free. 3 for free. I guarantee if I open the lines and ask my panel again, they've all been getting their product for free since the beginning. Find some friends that need to lose some weight. Find some friends that need to work out and get them on the challenge with you. Hell, you can even start your own challenge group, because working out with more than 3 people are going to give you better results. You're going to have accountability partners, and those are going to be the people that you turn to when you slip. And I'm going to go back and finish this what Tom was talking about, because it's a big topic that we all have. We all slip. We all fall. But we all have the choice whether we stay down or we get back up. Now, it may take a day, a week, a month, or a year to get back up, but you can get back up. You have to make the decision to get back up. And the best thing to do is reach out. Reach your hand up. There are one of us going to be out there with our hand reached out to help pick you back up, to help dust you off, and to bring you back. The choice is yours. The decision is yours. You have to do the work on your own, but we are here for you. So find your people. Find a group that is going to help you lose this weight, because you're on this call either because you've lost the weight and you want to keep it off, or because you want to know how to lose the weight and you want to get on the challenge. So if you're not on the challenge, talk to the person that invited you to this call and tell them, I am ready to accept the challenge and get going. And if you are on this call, make sure, and you're on the challenge, make sure you get a large group around you. Build your group in your community. Make it happen. Get out in the community. Everybody lose 10 pounds. Feed 90 meals to kids in need. That's what BI is about. Changing lives. LeQuila's life has not only been changed, it has been saved. Ron, Tom, Theresa, and Faith changed and saved lives. Myself, a saved life. And we are here to help save as many lives as we can, one person at a time, 10 pounds at a time. With that, this is Pat Ryan, and this call is officially over.